Hi, it's Dan from the Footprint Connection here. Today I'm going to talk to you about 6 reasons why to choose reflexology. Okay, let's get started. Number 1. Eunice Ingham and her nephew. Eunice Ingham is the mother of reflexology that we know today. Her nephew wrote a book about reflexology and took sort of her studies further. And I love a quote of his from his book because it just kind of sums it all up so well. So I'll read this out to you, okay? Alright, so he says, "It may be truly said that if the feet are kept in perfect health, no organ in the body can be unhealthy. If one will be sure to keep his feet in an entire state of health, he may be certain that he cannot be sick in any department of his system." How amazing is that? I feel like it sums it all up so beautifully. So what that pretty much means is if you look after your feet and you really work on them with reflexology, meaning those people that have had reflexology treatments before, you might know that some bits can be quite tender and sore. And if they feel great in your body, you won't really actually feel them very much, and it just feels super pleasant and relaxing. So what that tells us is that if there is states of imbalance happening in those specific organs and body parts that we're working on through the reflexes, it indicates to us that there is a lot of stress in the system if there's a lot of pain. It doesn't always mean that you're falling apart just because your whole feet are aching, because that usually represents more some form of exhaustion or maybe even burning out or burnout. But that's a different topic for another day. So what it means is if there's some sore spots, it indicates that those body parts and body organs might need a bit of either encouraging to be sedated, a bit calming down, or also sped up a little bit by promoting a bit more activity in it. So there's a lot of balancing happening and a lot of promoting of homeostasis, which is a balance in the body and all the body systems. So what that means is that if we look after our feet, and that doesn't mean pedicure and getting your nails pretty or your calluses cut off, because that's not what it is about. I don't care about calluses or different colors of the nails. For me, it's about the shapes, the textures, and what I'm experiencing by palpating the reflexes and what I'm feeling underneath my thumbs and fingers. So it's not about the looks, it's about the feels. So they tell us so much about your state of health as a reflexologist, but with my modality, the Footprint Connection reflexology, you even find out way more about the actual emotional states, what the fears and blockages are that are holding you back. It's also telling you more about your purpose, your gifts, your strength, but also your weaknesses and what possibly to change in your approach if there is blockages coming up. There's a lot of cool, really juicy stuff in the feet, and you can tell so much and work on so much and transform the state. You can work on your thoughts, your emotional patterns, your energetic patterns through the feet if you know what you're doing. So that brings me to the next benefits and why reflexology is so beneficial, to the next points that I wanted to explain to you today. And these reasons are mainly for the physical health, but also an overall sense of well-being. So we've got the second reason. So the first one was like the quote, and if you keep your feet in an entire state of health, your whole entire system will be healthy too. So that's a big reason why you should choose reflexology. The second reason is it promotes relaxation and well-being. So it slows down the whole system. There's about 75% of diseases and conditions that are actually due to stress. Well, that's a number according to Dwight C. Byers, who is the nephew of Eunice Ingham. However, I almost beg to differ. I don't know exactly numbers, but I would dare say the number is more in the high 90%, because actually all conditions have some form of stress locked into the body that then ripples into like a health condition if ignored for too long. So considering that, reducing your stress is actually amazing for your health. And reflexology is extremely amazing at reducing stress levels and promoting relaxation. Another point, number 3, is pain relief and inflammation reduction. So by palpating certain reflexes, we can release tension and pain in those organs and body parts, and therefore reduce pain drastically. So for example, if someone has ovarian pain, so like period pain, and you hold the reflex of the ovaries on both ankles on the outside, you can actually reduce the tension in the ovaries, and therefore result in that person, in your client or in your friend or yourself, to feel normal again, which is just amazing. Then there is the reason of it boosting the lymphatic system. So that's number 4. It boosts the lymphatic system and it speeds up the system. So it promotes a movement and a circulation in there. So the lymphatic system is really, really important for our immune system and for reducing fluid retention, getting rid of toxins. It moves a lot of fluid through the body and it needs to be free. The channels need to be free. So we unblock them and actually move the lymph, which is extremely healthy. Number 5 is it increases circulation and waste removal. So in a healthy body, there is about 4.5 or even more kilos of waste being removed every single day through elimination organs like the kidneys, the liver, the breath, the skin. There's different elimination organs and of course the digestive system. But most systems are not entirely healthy. So if you look around and you see all these people that have different conditions and health disorders, well, imagine how many kilos of waste do we actually carry around every single day on top of the previous days and the previous days. So if you just think of that alone, it's quite horrendous to imagine that. How many kilos we carry around of waste every single day, every entire year of our life. So by using reflexology, you can remove more of those toxins and wastes that you're carrying around for nothing through a treatment and through a sequence of treatments. I mean, how amazing is that? That brings me to my last point, number 6, which is reflexology promotes body awareness and a general sense of well-being. And this, I guess, goes without saying, is relaxing, it feels good, even if sometimes there's certain points that are tender. After the treatment, you'll be floating out of the room. So this is all amazing stuff that you can experience with reflexology. General reflexology, if you have a really good therapist on hand. And I'll teach you how to find a good reflexologist in my next video. See you soon. Bye for now.